Okay, so this is gonna take a while. I'm gonna talk a lot probably because I'm gonna be thorough. I'm gonna explain every little detail about the game that I can think of. Okay, we're gonna wait a little. Okay, so against Crash, the way it starts is that she spawns next to a yellow armor. And so killing her with machine gun to shotgun like I usually do when they have a starting stack is not gonna work because that doesn't deal enough damage. So against her, the first frag, I always go for a double point blank shotgun shot because like I said, she picks up a yellow and she has a lot of stack. And this is the fastest way to kill her. So as soon as I go through the tally, I get closer to her. By this point, she already has the armor, and so I try to go point blank twice. If I'm not unlucky with the RNG, the shotgun spread is not gonna be too bad, and I get to kill her with 2 shots. And then she dies, and the next yellow armor is not gonna spawn in time, because by then the map is gonna be completed. So I'm not gonna have to worry about double shotguns anymore. From this point onwards, she always spawns in with 125 health, no armor. And so the fastest way to kill her is to weaken her with the machine gun by shooting her like 2 to 4 times. 2 if you wanna be fast as fuck, and 4 if you wanna make sure she dies after. And then you switch to the shotgun and finish her off, because by that point she is weak enough to die to a point blank shotgun shot. So that's why I'm switching to machine gun, shotgun, kill her. And from this point onwards, I'm just gonna go and repeat this process, machine gun to shotgun, back and forth. She always spawns on one corner, you kill him on this side, she spawns on the other side. You kill her on that other side, she spawns again on this side. So you just go back and forth until you reach the frag limit. And then that's it for Crash. And then here against Ranger, this is the spawn location that the player starts in normally by default, but if you keep restarting the map until you get a different spawn location, then Ranger is gonna be the one to spawn here. And why do you want that instead of picking up the rocket yourself? The reason is that if you kill a bot that has a weapon and they drop the weapon, every single bot from then on are gonna pathfind towards the dropped weapon. So I want to let Ranger take the rocket launcher, and I kill him, and he drops the rocket launcher, and then from then on, as long as there is a dropped weapon on the map, he's gonna pathfind towards it, which in the long run is gonna be beneficial for me, because it's gonna be easier to kill him, because he's constantly gonna go towards it, and then I can just, stand at the middle of the map and keep spawn fragging him. If I didn't have a dropped weapon on the map, then he would normally pathfind towards the plasma and the red armor. And if I let that happen, that's obviously, first of all, a huge time loss. Second of all, he's gonna be more stacked and harder to kill. Third of all, he's gonna have a plasma, and so I'm more likely gonna die. So in order to control him, like manipulate his AI, I want him to spawn in this corner where I am right now, and I'm gonna let him take the rocket launcher, and I'm gonna kill him as soon as I can, but make sure that I don't kill him before he picks it up and switches to it, because even if he picks it up, but I kill him like right then, before he switches to it, he's not gonna drop the weapon. And that can happen on this map if you're too fast. So you need to make sure that you don't kill him before that happens, but as soon as he has the weapon in your hand, you don't even need to wait for him to shoot the weapon, to fire the weapon, you just need to wait until he has it in his hands. And once you do, you kill him, he drops the weapon, you pick up the shotgun, that's here, I don't know, I think you should be able to see my cursor on stream. While he's picking up the shotgun and you kill him, you pick up while he's picking up the rocket, you kill him and pick up the shotgun, and then from then on, you use the same tactic like you did against Crash, machine gun to shotgun combo until you reach the frag limit, basically. One thing that you need to pay attention to, actually, is the timer here. A dropped weapon is only gonna be staying on the ground until either someone picks it up or 30 seconds gonna pass and then it despawns. And if it despawns, the bots are no longer gonna pathfind towards it because it's not there, so they are not interested in going there. So if I kill him at like 5 seconds into the map, this time it took a little bit longer, so at 6 seconds, that means he's gonna pathfind towards this area of the map until like 36 seconds into the map. So if I cannot finish the map within that time limit, either I need to make sure that when he spawns at Rocket next time, I let him pick it up again and then kill him so that he drops a new one, so that he can keep pathfinding towards it even after the first one is gonna disappear. Either that, or I have to be fast enough to finish the map before it despawns. But if you want to be able to do that, you need to be lucky, because if you don't get the right spawns and you can't keep spawn fragging him, like it takes a while for him to pathfind towards you, then you're gonna run out of time, even if you do everything right, even if you nail every machine gun to shotgun combo. And so you need to pay attention to the timer on this map. There's always gonna have to be a dropped weapon, otherwise he's gonna pathfind towards the plasma and the red armor. But as you can see, if I just stay at the middle of the map and there is a dropped weapon at Rocket, he's always gonna come towards me. Even if he spawns at plasma room, he's not gonna pick up the weapon, he's not gonna go for the red, he's just gonna ignore everything and just come towards me with the machine gun and starting stack. And that's why it's so easy to do the machine gun to shotgun combo and just keep killing him. Another thing I will try to point out, I'm not sure if there's gonna be an example in this run here. Okay, so pay attention to my positioning. Corners like these ones, the bots usually don't see you if you hide behind corners like this. If I were to step out more to the left, they would see me and I would get hit way harder. That is why sometimes people have said that, oh, you're not playing on Nightmare because how come they are not shooting at you, or how come they are not hitting you? It's because I'm positioning myself in a way that they literally are programmed not to see me. And if they don't see me, they're not gonna aim at me. And if they're not gonna aim at me, even if they're shooting, they're not gonna hit me. So that's how you manipulate the bot AI with your positioning. And there are many corners like this on all kinds of maps, but this one is one of the easiest examples to show you. There's also one against Sarge, I'm pretty sure we will see, and once we are there, I'll point it out. Other than that, the next best thing you can do when it comes to not getting hit is to always circle dodge. So later you will try to pay attention to my movement when I'm fighting. I think it's gonna be more obvious against Phobos, because there are more positions where I'm circle dodging against him so that I don't get hit as hard. But if it happens against Ranger now, I'll point it out, but I can't remember if it did. We'll see. But basically I'm just using corners not to get hit. Like here as well, I was circle dodging in a way. Like this wasn't like that big of a dodge or whatever, but like I'll show it again, just one sec. So pay attention to I'm gonna be in this corner because if he spawns next to me, he's gonna move like this, and I'm gonna do the opposite, like a yin yang kind of shape. Pay attention to that. And that's why I don't get hit as hard as if I was just standing still or directly in front of him. He actually had to turn to keep track of me. And the bots are not as good when it comes to turning, especially on close range, because the closer you are to them, the bigger of a radius they need to turn to keep aiming at you. And usually most bots are programmed to have a very slow turning speed. And that's why you can avoid getting hit. Even here, I jumped out to the side because he was looking towards the hallway, the middle of the hallway, and I jumped out to the very edge of, side of it. So he had to turn more to be able to have his crosshair on me. But by then I killed him because his turning speed is so slow. So that's another thing that I frequently do against the bots. And I of course know the spawns as well, so very often you will see that I am pre-aiming to where I expect them to spawn. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see examples of that throughout the run. Here again, you can see that, I'm gonna go back a little bit. I kill him here, he drops the shotgun, and I leave it there. If I want the shotgun myself, which eventually I will, because usually you won't have enough plasma ammo to reach the frag limit. So eventually you will want to have the shotgun. But the plasma is faster to kill with than the machine gun to shotgun combo. So on this map, it's better to just have the plasma until you run out of ammo. And if I want the shotgun myself, I can just pick it up later, because I'm standing next to it at the moment. On this map, it spawns like a little bit behind where I am. So if I want the shotgun, I can take it now. I don't have to take the one he dropped. I can just take this one, take the red armor, jump up here, kill him again. There are times when I, on purpose, let him pick it up again, so that when I kill him, he drops it again, and then the 30-second timer of the weapons despawning is gonna be reset. So that way I can delay how long until it until he stops pathfinding towards it. Like right here, I let him pick it up. I didn't pick up when he dropped it, and then I just continue. And I still have quite a lot of ammunition with the plasma, so I don't even have to think about switching to the shotgun. Here again, I let him pick it up just to make sure that even if the other one despawns, I killed him at 30 seconds. So even if the map is not finished by 60 seconds, he's probably gonna be like pathfinding towards where I am. Here I'm just looking for where he is. Shooting the door here actually is not something I do for fun. It is something important to do, because if I don't open this door, but he spawns behind it, because there's a spawn location behind here. If he spawns here, but the door is closed, I'm not gonna hear it, even if I stand here. But if I shoot the door, they're gonna open, and then in that case, when he spawns, I will hear it. So I do it for that reason. That's why I always shoot this door when I'm here, so to make sure I'm not missing his spawn here. It's also the same reason I shoot the doors when I start the map against Anarki, because I shoot both sides of the doors so that I can hear which sides he spawns on. But we're gonna get back to that once I am at Anarki level. Here the haste spawned in at like 35-ish seconds, which is nice because it can spawn in anywhere between 30 seconds into the map to 60 seconds into the map. That's how power-ups work. And this is the first power-up you can get in the campaign. If you're lucky, it spawns closer to 30 seconds than to 60. But on this map, it's not really a make or break thing. It's more important later in the when it can be a quad. Here again I shot the door and I left the area, because even if I'm far away from it but the door is open, I can still hear if he spawns there. Here a little bit of a surprise that he was already so close. Alright, this map, you always start in this corner no matter what. Even if you don't restart the map, even if you restart it, even if you restart it 10 times or 100 times or whatever, you will always spawn here. And, oh, that was loud.
For the Coca-Cola and something more. Congrats.
Thank you very much. Hold on, give me 1 sec, I just want to give you a shout out. Leaks, thank you for the donation. I just had to open the program to see who it was, otherwise it wasn't showing me. That's not the one I wanted to open. Okay, so here on this map, this weapon spawn is very unique. I don't think there's another one like this on any other map, but basically here it always starts with a rocket launcher. And when you pick it up, there is a 50% chance that it's gonna be a rocket launcher again, or a 50% chance it's gonna be a plasma. And it's completely random. You cannot control it. It's not like a pattern. Sometimes it's gonna be rocket launcher 5 times in a row. Then there are times when you pick up the rocket launcher and the next time it's gonna be a plasma, and then it's gonna be a plasma again, and so on and so forth. Ideally, what you want is for the plasma to be the next one that spawns, because again, plasma is very fast to kill with and fairly easy to use, whereas the rocket launcher is still kind of fast to kill with, but it's harder to use, especially long range, especially when there are stairs or different levels and ledges and corners and stuff like that. It's just hard to use, whereas plasma is quite easy to use, especially if you know how the bots are moving on the map, because they have like a certain way they always move around on the map. And if you learn that, then you can just prediction shot if you know where they are. And they're gonna move into it. Like, they're not gonna be like, oh, there's a plasma like shooting at me, I'm gonna start dodging. No, they're gonna keep moving the same way they usually do. So yeah, first you pick up the rocket launcher so that you have a weapon that you can use to kill very fast with. And then you turn around, and then you hope that the bots are gonna spawn somewhere at this shotgun. There are multiple spawn locations in this area, and hopefully at least one of them are gonna try to pathfind towards it. For the same reason as before, you wanna kill the bot so that they drop the weapon, and so that from then on every other bot is gonna pathfind towards it. I was a little bit unlucky with this spawn, because ideally you don't want orb to spawn here. For many reasons. One is that there is a better spawn where you don't have to, when he's not right next to you. Also, I'm focusing on Minx because I want to kill her before she runs away, because what happens usually is when she picks it up, she starts pathfinding towards the grenade launcher, like up this ledge, and then goes up the stairs and go to the corner, and then, you know, she's basically just fucking off immediately after picking up the shotgun, which is not what I want, because as soon as the sooner I can kill her here when she has the shotgun, the better it is for future pathfinding. I don't want them to start pathfinding towards the grenade launcher. That's not ideal. That's very slow and annoying. I hate it when they use the grenade launcher. That is such a weird, random, all over the place weapon. The way it bounces, like it's hard to see. It's just annoying. Anyway, so I try to focus on Minx, but at the same time, Orb is next to me, and we all know how deadly Orb is. So I don't want to die, of course. So what I do is quickly weaken Minx, and then just shoot the rocket in a pre-fire way. I know that she's gonna go towards the left here. So what I'm hoping for is that I made her weak enough so that when I hit a hopefully direct rocket on her, she's gonna die and she's gonna drop the weapon, and then I can just focus on killing Orb. And that's exactly what happened. I immediately after firing the rocket against Minx, I focused on Orb, because at the same time I also don't want Orb to pick up the red armor, which he's always immediately gonna pathfind towards if he spawns here, where he did. So immediately after killing Minx, I can't take a breather yet. I have to kill Orb before he snatches the red armor from me. And now, I did that, but I'm fairly low on health. So the next objective is to heal up. There's a 50 in this corner, which I'm gonna get after I kill at least one of these guys. The reason which I don't prioritize taking the bubble and then go fighting is because I have enough stack to kill at least one of them, and I don't want to let both of them leave alive, because I don't want them to kill each other, because, you know, that's kind of like a kill steal in a way. Optimally, what you want is for the bots not to get any frags, because that means that that's a frag that you could have had instead. So here I'm just trying to kill at least one of them, quickly heal up, and kill the other guy as well. Okay, that went a little bit weird. Also, yet another weird thing in this game. Corpses have hitboxes. And even sometimes when you blow them up and you no longer see a corpse, there's still occasions when the hitbox remains. And I think that's what happened here. You'll see that I shoot a rocket at wherever, but it blows up before it reaches that. So there's gonna be a corpse here, there. And then you could see that my rocket didn't go as far as I was aiming for. Like, it exploded before it should have reached where I was aiming. That's because the corpse was basically body blocking it, and that's why Orb survived like 3 rockets that were exploding right next to him. So again, that's yet another thing that you need to kind of pay attention to, and it will become very important against Sarge as well. We're gonna be there in a sec, so I'll talk more about it once we get there. And then from this point onwards, there was a drop shotgun. So from now on, I have enough stack. I have weapons, and there's a dropped weapon on the map. So these what's it called? The situation is ideal, and now I just have to spawn frag them. You know, the good old machine gun to shotgun combo. But I actually noticed that it wasn't a rocket that spawned after, but a plasma. And so, like I said, it is better to go with the plasma, faster to kill, easy to use. So I just came here to pick up the plasma, and then I start using it to quickly get frags. And here, I could have let that shotgun to be there as well, but that would have meant that the bots are gonna pathfind towards multiple dropped weapons. And instead, what I want is for them to pathfind towards the same location. So I'm just gonna leave this shotgun here and ignore the rest. Like, not ignore, but like, if they drop another weapon anywhere else, I'll just try to pick it up so that they don't pathfind towards it. Also, very important, like I said, I know the spawns, but I also have to pay attention to sound cues, because there are times when I cannot see where they spawn, but I can hear it. And I need to react to that to my best capabilities. So here, for example, I'll show you in a sec. Now when I kill Minx here, before I did, I could hear Orb spawn in. I'm gonna go back again, sorry. So I'm gonna kill Orb now. Minx is alive, Orb is dead. And while I'm fighting Minx now, you can hear Orb spawn in. I'm gonna make it a little bit louder, just pay attention. You could hear it. I'm not sure if it's like loud enough on stream, but I could hear it. And the point is, I could hear it where it happened, so I know where he's gonna be. So even though right now my focus is on killing Minx, at the same time, I also know that as soon as I'm done with Minx, where to look for Orb. You know? So you need to pay attention to so many things at once. Alright, Sarge, again, pay attention to these curved walls. This is again something you can use against the bots, like this one here, where there's like a little gap in between, where it like stands out. And the way the bots are programmed, I don't think they can see you through this gap. So that's also something you can use to your advantage. Also, here, these gaps, they don't see through. So if it ever happens that, I don't know, like Sarge is standing here and I'm here, I can shoot through here, but he's not gonna shoot back because he literally cannot see. For him, it's like a solid wall. And there are occasions like that on some other maps as well. So that is why sometimes they look like easy bots, because they don't shoot back at me, they don't look towards me, I shoot at them, they don't react. You know, they are still nightmare bots, but they're just programmed in a way that they literally cannot see you. And if they don't see you, they're not gonna shoot at you. But even if they see you for a fraction of a second, but then you hide behind this pillar here, yeah, they might keep shooting, but they don't even know what they're shooting at because they cannot see you, they just keep shooting. That's just the bot behavior. So here, the way I start the map is, actually let me go back just a sec. It's very interesting, the map against Sarge. I start the map by restarting the map, which means that he's immediately spawns in with me. I don't have to wait until the announcer says his name and then he spawns in. If you restart the map, every single bot that is on the server is gonna spawn in to the map at the same time with you. And the player always starts here on this map. And there are 3 outcomes when it comes to when you will encounter Sarge the first time when the map begins. One is he spawns to your left at the end of this hallway, and that's why when this map starts, I always immediately look to the left to see if he's there or not. If he is, I'm obviously gonna start fighting with him. If he's not, I'm just gonna keep moving on towards the next possibility. I look to the left, he wasn't there, so I keep moving. I pick up the yellow on the way. My end goal is to pick up the shotgun as soon as possible. And then I look to the left because the next possibility is that because he wasn't at the left hallway, he might be coming from this hallway. In this case, he was spawning on this side, and the first moment we get in contact is when he's in this hallway. So while I'm killing him, with the machine gun, because I don't have any other weapon at the moment, I am also backing up against the shotgun at the moment it's behind me. But as I'm killing him, I'm also picking up the weapon, so by the time I'm done killing him, I'll have the shotgun. You can see I picked it up. I know the webcam is kind of in the way, but you can see that I picked it up. That's what it's displaying here. So I kill him here. And if it wasn't the first case, it wasn't the second case, him spawning on this side of the map, then the first time we would meet him is here at the left, when he comes out the hallway with a rocket launcher. Because that would be the third outcome. But this time it was the second. And now I have a shotgun and a machine gun, and he didn't respawn here in front of me. So the only available spawn location based on where he died is that he spawned at rocket launcher. So I'm already preparing to kill him. And again, pay attention to my positioning. I'm using this gap where he cannot see me. But I'm fairly close so that I deal enough damage that I can kill him in 2 shots. So I'm just gonna wait for him to come here. As you can see, he didn't react, like he didn't shoot at me or anything like that. And yes, it's still a nightmare bot. I'm just taking advantage of the way they are programmed. And then I back away again, so that when he comes around the exit of this hallway, I can like pre-fire him in a way, and then he dies. And because he spawned on the rocket launcher, he drops the weapon, and from then on I will have the rocket launcher, which on this map speeds up things because you can pre-fire to where he will spawn and quickly get spawn frags that way. I come back here. Instead of picking up the rocket launcher, I come back here because I know that if I were to pick up the rocket launcher, I would be late to kill him here. And if I don't kill him here, then he can get to the shotgun, and that's just gonna, first of all, waste time. Second of all, he is gonna be more deadly. There's a chance he kills me with the shotgun. And third of all, he might start pathfinding towards where he dies now with the shotgun. So that can mess with things. So instead of me picking up the rocket launcher immediately, instead I prefer to come and kill him again, and I will just pick up the rocket launcher later when it's more suitable. There's also a spawn location here, that's why I'm aiming at here. And if I kill him at shotgun, there's a chance he spawns here, and he's gonna like pathfind towards the ammo boxes, and if there is a rocket launcher, he's also gonna try to take it from me. So I am already preparing for him to spawn here just in case. Which he doesn't, so that means I can safely finally pick up the rocket launcher, and then from this point onwards, I'm just listening whether he's gonna come from the right side or the left side. That's why I'm looking at the middle. I'm no longer looking at the spawn location. I'm just positioning myself in a way that if I hear him in my left ear, that means he's coming from this side. If I hear him from my right ear, he's coming from this side. So I didn't hear him from my right ear for quite a while, and that means he's gonna be on the left side because it takes longer for him to get to here if he spawns at rocket than if he was spawning on the right. So by now I should have heard him coming from the right side if he spawned there. But because I wasn't hearing any footsteps from the right, then a process of elimination means that he's definitely gonna come from the rocket launcher side. So I'm just again setting up for pre-firing as soon as I hear footsteps, and then I just kill him with rocket spam. And it is a very interesting way that it works with the knockback against bots, because their reaction time is just insane, and they basically make like a rocket jump almost every time you fire a rocket at their feet, because they immediately start jumping. And of course the rocket is gonna explode at their feet, so it's like a perfect rocket jump, and that's why sometimes I like send him out into space. Like this was like a kind of a mild rocket jump. Sometimes he flies higher, and then from now on I just start paying attention to where he spawns based on either knowledge about spawn locations, or if he doesn't spawn here when I kill him, that means he's gonna spawn somewhere else. And then I just need to listen out for sound cues so that I know where he's gonna come from. And then I just keep using the rocket launcher. I still have plenty of ammo. Sometimes the ammo box is gonna be available here. There's also an ammo box near the near the shotgun, or there are times when I go into this hallway to pick up some more rocket launcher ammo. Like depending on how much I have and how many frags are left, sometimes I pick up more ammunition to make sure I have enough to last the map. And this is annoying what happened here. Sometimes when you shoot him, he decides to back away to heal up, because there are health bubbles in the rocket launcher room. And sometimes, not always, and I don't know what causes it. Maybe the amount of damage, maybe just a random check with the AI, like, oh, am I healthy enough? Should I go back and pick up health, or is it fine? I don't know. So I don't know what makes him go back, but sometimes when you damage him here in this corridor, he backtracks to pick up the health bubbles. And he's also spamming it, so you can't really follow him. Or if you do, it's like kind of risky because you can encounter rockets. So this time I just decided, okay, sure, go back, take the health bubbles, and then come back, and then I kill you. So now I'm just waiting for him to come back. Alright, this map, you start here in front of the stairs. So while the map is loading, I'm already holding backwards, because as soon as I load in and I move backwards, I pick up a red armor. That's why I have 100 armor here as soon as the map starts. So that's how I start the map, and then I go up the stairs and go to the left. And again, there are a few different scenarios that can happen. Either you immediately encounter Orb and he's gonna try to come through this door, then you can pummel him. That's the fastest way to kill him. So if you see me use the pummel, it's not because I'm like full of myself or whatever. It's because it's probably the most optimal, fastest, safest tactic to kill the bot with. So I come up here. No orb, but the other occasion that can happen, or other scenario, is that instead of orb, it's Grunt who spawns here. And Grunt starts pathfinding up these stairs because he eventually wanna go up to the top where the rocket launcher is, whereas Orb prefers the plasma. So Orb, that's why if Orb spawns here, he takes a different path because he has different priorities and he wants to pathfind towards the plasma. Whereas Grunt wants to go towards the rocket launcher. So based on which bot spawns here, you will either have to machine gun down Grunt as he's climbing up the stairs, or you're gonna be like face to face against Orb and then you use the pummel to kill him. And if neither of those happen, then the first time you're gonna encounter a bot is probably when you go around the right here and then there's a bot at the shotgun. But this time it was Grunt and he's gonna try to go up the stairs, so I quickly machine gun him down. And at this point I still don't have a weapon and I'm running, like, not running low, but like, you know, I used up quite a lot of machine gun ammo. So what I want to do next is to go out here on this, through this door, because there's gonna be a shotgun on the right. But this time the other two bots spawned here and they had a fight. They picked up the weapon, one of them died, and the other one that has the weapon is trying to fuck off towards plasma because it's orb. So what I'm doing here is I'm chasing him down and I'm trying to kill him to take away his weapon and also pick up the plasma myself. Unfortunately for me, Grunt, who I killed a second ago, respawned in this room and picked up the plasma. So yes, I killed Orb and there's a shotgun here, but it's guarded by Grunt and he has a plasma. And that can deal a lot of damage. If he hits me once, that's already 20 damage. If he hits more than once, that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I'm dead. So I'm gonna try to kill him as quickly and as safely as possible. I'm gonna try to move in a way that he hits me the least amount of times. Usually the bots with the plasma, they aim at your feet. So if you start moving in like circles, they're gonna miss a lot. And that's what I'm doing here. Like a zigzag, circular pattern way I'm trying to dodge. And I kill him, I pick up the shotgun, I'm gonna take the 50 health bubble, even though usually you see me leave up health bubbles when, for example, against Ranger, there's a 50 bubble at the middle of the map that I sometimes leave up, even if I'm like 70 health or so. And that is because I'm trying to make the most of the health bubble. Which means that unless I'm 50 health or below, it would be wasted because it's not gonna heal me over 100 anyway. So I'm not gonna pick it up unless I'm like 50 health or below to make the most of it. But on this occasion, I don't plan on coming back here, so I might as well take an extra 15 health. And then I'm also gonna take the plasma that he just dropped. And then I'm back in this room, and now the objective, first of all, I come through a telly. So anything can wait for me here. There might be a bot in front of me with a shotgun and I get point blanked in the face, or there might be a bot above me with a rocket launcher or whatever. So who knows? I came through a telly. I need to see what's going on. So first I come through and I try to realize what's going on. I heard a few sound cues on this area, and that's what I'm gonna check out. I can see that he fucked off towards the other side on the shotgun, to the shotgun, and I could hear bots here as well pathfinding away from me towards the shotgun area. So I'm not gonna have anyone to kill for a while. That's why I'm waiting here, because usually the way they move around on this map is that they're gonna come through the telly and they're gonna end up in front of me because the telly exit is here. But while I'm waiting, I'm also paying attention to the timer, because if you remember, at the very beginning of the match, as soon as the map started, I picked up a red armor, which means in 25 seconds, because that's the cooldown on the armors, in 25 seconds, 25 seconds into the map, a new one is gonna spawn. So I'm just kind of guarding it, but at the same time camping the telly exit. So I'm just waiting for that to happen, and at the meantime, if anyone comes through the telly, I try to kill them. And here, unlucky, but I decided to turn around and come down the stairs at like 23 seconds. So by the time I reach this part, it's gonna be 25 seconds. But at the same time, someone came through the telly that I could have killed and then went to the armor. So I kind of missed out on an easy frag. Now it might be more difficult. There was also a bot spawning right in front of me, and don't worry, he cannot spawn frag me. Like, he couldn't have killed me here by spawning into me, and that is because if a player is standing in a spawn location, then that becomes unavailable. So he just would have spawned somewhere else on the map. But because I wasn't exactly standing at the location, he could still spawn like right next to me. But luckily he didn't steal the red armor, so that's good because I get to have it in a second. There we go, I picked it up, and at the same time I killed him as soon as I could. And then that other bot that came through the telly as I was going down the stairs, now I have to face him. And luckily he missed the shotgun shot and I could kill him, and he dropped a weapon. So this from here on out is all about me just waiting for them to pathfind towards this dropped shotgun, and I'm just gonna try to kill them as fast as possible, but also pay attention to when the quad spawns. And again, on this map, it's always gonna be a quad here at the middle where you can see this blue thingy where some of them died. It's always gonna be a quad, but you don't know when it will spawn. It can be anywhere in between 30 seconds into the map to 60 seconds into the map. So it could spawn in like 3 seconds, or it could spawn in 33 seconds. I don't know. So I just have to pay attention and hope for the best. So for now, I'm just camping the telly exit, and I'm just trying to get frags as fast as possible. Okay, so what you've seen here is that I only had 1 plasma ammunition left, but that would have been okay, because you can do 1 plasma to shotgun to kill someone, and I was trying to do that, but I missed the plasma shot, so, you know, he's probably not gonna die to this shotgun unless he has been weakened before, but I don't think he has, so I had to shoot him multiple times. Okay, at this point I'm also paying attention to the timer, and you could see that I picked up some plasma ammo, because here, next to this bubble on that side, and next to this bubble on this side, there are plasma ammunitions that can be picked up, but you know, usually they are not there when the map starts, because either the bots spawn next to it and they pick it up, or someone goes through it or whatever, but like eventually they will respawn, same as the armor and stuff like that. So I was also paying attention to that. You could see that I looked to the left, it was empty, no bots were coming, but then I looked back and then I realized, oh wait, there was an ammo box, so I'm gonna go to the left to pick it up. Because like I said, plasma is better than shotgun. But at this point, we are 46 seconds into the map, which means the quad can spawn literally any second now, but also the next rotation of the red armor is gonna spawn at 50. So either I'm gonna camp the red armor, but then there's a chance I'm missing out on picking up the quad, or I'm gonna be at quad, but then who knows if it will spawn anytime soon. Maybe it will spawn in 14 seconds, because that's a possibility that can happen and I don't know in advance. And so it's like a 50-50 risk. And then even if I'm on quad and it spawns, there's a chance that a bot is gonna spawn at the red armor and they're gonna take it from me, which again is bad because I will have less stack, so I'm more likely to die. Meanwhile, they will have more stack, so they're gonna be harder to kill. But you could see that I was at 48 seconds at the quad hallway and the quad wasn't there, so I just decided to come back here and pick up the red. And then once I take this red, I no longer have to be here, I can just go out to the quad and just wait for it to spawn. And then as soon as I could hear this whooshing sound, that means that the power-up spawned. And so now that I picked up the red armor, my main objective is to quickly get to the quad and hopefully get it. So that's why I wasn't shooting at that bot on the right. That was just not interest to do that. It's more worth taking the quad. But of course, Orb is here dancing away. Hard to hit, but at least he didn't take it from me. And now that I have the quad and I have a decent stack and I have the weapons, I just need to quickly get frags. So again, I'm just camping the tele exit, and as you can see, the bots are just swarming, coming towards me. Alright, this map is really annoying to set up because, the usual is that you need the bots to pathfind towards you. And it's really fucking difficult on this map because there are a few spawn locations here. Obviously, you want to spawn by the yellow and you pick it up as soon as the map starts. And then you come out here to this area and then you will see what the scenario is. Because there's a possibility for the bots to both be on the lower platform and then they start fighting. One of them picks up the plasma and then hopefully both of them dies and they drop a plasma. But there is also this occasion where one of them spawns above, the other one spawns below. And if one of them spawns at the grenade launcher, it is a very common scenario, unfortunately, and it drives me crazy, that they just fuck off towards the rocket launcher following this ledge. Like they just pick up the grenade launcher and then they go along this ledge and they fuck off. And that's bad because, one, you only get to kill one of them. Two, they're gonna pathfind towards the rocket launcher. And so the next time you see them, they're gonna have a rocket launcher. And I have died to that before. It's annoying. So what you need here, kind of, is to kill both of them and have at least one dropped weapon. And then once that's done, you're gonna pick up the plasma yourself. Not that one that is dropped, but you're gonna wait for the next rotation to spawn. Which takes 5 seconds, by the way. So here, my main focus is the guy at the bottom, because I want to kill him as fast as possible so that he drops the plasma as early as possible, and then I can pick up the next rotation. And then meanwhile, I'm just praying that this guy is gonna start fighting with us here in this room instead of just fucking off towards the rocket. But yeah, I wasn't very lucky this time. Oh well, might as well pick up the red now that I'm here, and then quickly go back to the plasma room and just hope for the best. And so they're gonna have the weapon already, but they are focusing on each other. So I'm just focusing on the guy that has the plasma, because he's the more dangerous one. And then luckily I got to kill both of them, and then they drop the weapon. And from then on, I have enough stack, I have the weapons, they're gonna pathfind towards me. So it all worked out somehow. But like setting up this map is really difficult, and it's so random, you can't really control it. You can just hope for the best, basically. And then you just basically go back and forth. If you kill them in this room, they are most likely gonna spawn at shotgun, and they're gonna start pathfinding towards you through that hallway that you just saw me spam. And so I just basically spam at the middle of it, because that's where they are gonna move along, because they are bots and they are programmed to pathfind like that. And if I kill them in that hallway, they're gonna spawn in this room. There are multiple spawn locations here. They can spawn to my right here, they can spawn up here in the corner, they can spawn down in this corner like next to the bottom of the stairs, or they can spawn at yellow. So I just have to pay attention to where they are. And then quickly kill them, like so. And now that they both died in this room, the most likely outcome is that they're gonna spawn at the shotgun. So I'm just gonna repeat going back and forth, quickly kill them. And also make sure I'm not gonna die, so I pick up the health, I pick up more ammo, I pick up the shards. And then so this map, this map is both easy and difficult. It's easy because usually it's not too difficult to set it up, and you have a lot of stack and a good weapon to work with. But it is hard because there are so many bots and they can overwhelm you. If they don't spawn, if they come one by one, then it's easy to kill them one after the other. But if they all of a sudden arrive at your location from 3 different directions, then there is a good chance you're gonna die. But we'll get to this in a sec. Until then, the way you start this map is you wanna spawn next to the plasma this time, because you wanna have a weapon that you can quickly kill with. So instead of letting the bot have it and then you kill the bot, it is usually more beneficial to pick it up yourself, because you don't really want to let them have the plasma. It's very deadly, and like I said, they can swarm you, and then you're gonna be overwhelmed, you're gonna be low on health, and you're gonna die. So you're gonna restart this map until you get this spawn, you pick up the plasma, and usually there are quite a few spawn locations at the pillars next to your right. So that's where I'm going, and this time there were 2 of them, so I quickly killed both. And the next objective for me is to quickly go up the jump pad, take the red armor, and then the mega. So I have a weapon, I already got a few frags, and now I just need more stack so that I don't die. And also, it is a very rare occasion, but Orb also spawned here in this room, and he by default pathfinds towards the plasma, but the plasma wasn't there because I picked it up and it hasn't respawned yet. And his next objective is to go up this jump pad and take the red armor. So that's why he's following me. He's not like bloodthirsty, and that's why he's coming after me because he wants to, kill me and all that. No, he's just trying to pathfind towards the red armor, which is for me ideal because I get to kill him and I already will have 3 frags. And now I take the red, the mega, I drop back down to guard the plasma because there is a chance that the bots are gonna try to pathfind towards the plasma. And here you will see that I don't shoot at Orb, I'm gonna wait for him to pick up the weapon, same as usual. I'm gonna kill him once he has the weapon so that when he dies he drops it, and then from then on the bots are gonna pathfind towards it. There we go. So I weakened him, I was shooting like pew, 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 like that. instead of like spamming it, because I wanted to make sure he's weak by the time he picks it up. Because, you know, the easier it's gonna be to kill him then, because by then he's gonna be weak instead of being full health and then I have to kill him. So I just made sure. Which is what is unfortunate here is that the location it got dropped to is exactly where it will spawn again. So, and I'm running low on ammo, so I'm gonna have to pick it up even though I don't want to, because if I pick it up the bots are no longer gonna pathfind here. But I have to because I'm running out of ammo. So I was waiting for as long as I could to make sure as many bots are pathfinding here as possible, but I did have to pick it up. So there are no dropped weapons here now, but I'm still gonna wait in this room, hoping that a bot is gonna pathfind towards me, and then I'm just gonna try to wait until he picks up the weapon and then kill him. Like, I was hoping that Bitterman was gonna go for the plasma, but he decided to go towards this hallway, so I had to kill him. And now Orb is here again. I did not actually mean to kill him here, I think. I just accidentally shot a few too many plasma bulbs. And then I decided to go for the next heavy. Red armor, to have more stack. And then while I was at red, I could hear that the power-up spawned in. So my next objective is to get to the power-up as fast as possible. And then now, I just need to get frags. I have the weapons, I have the stack. I need to make the most of the power-up. I also fired a rocket here, just in case by the time the rocket arrives in this door, there might be a bot that I get to kill like that. And in the meantime, I'm also backtracking to the plasma room to kill the bots that are spawning around this area. Here I whiffed like 3 rails in a row. Not 2. Alright, Hunter, you don't restart on this map. It's like the better outcome usually, because most of the time, like most spawn locations are gonna be on this upper floor. There is one at the lower floor as well, but this time it wasn't. So when you spawn at the upper floor, you come out here to the yellow armor, and there is a chance that he's gonna spawn here. If she does that, then you can quickly kill her, and then you go through the tally here to get the LG. I could hear that she spawned in, but she didn't spawn in here, so all of a sudden I'm no longer interested in hanging around in this area. I'm just gonna quickly get to LG. And because I know which side she spawned on, I know which side to turn towards here after picking up the LG, because I know that she spawned on this side, so I'm gonna encounter her on this side. So I pick up the weapon, I quickly turn that way, and then I kill her. And because I killed her on that side, it is very likely that she's gonna spawn on the opposite side of the map, either in this room or higher up, or somewhere on this side, because she died on the other side. And in this game, where you die determines the likelihood of where you will spawn in next. It's not gonna be always 100% guarantee, not even close, but based on where you died, it is more likely to be spawning at certain locations. And this time she did, and I also got to kill her after she picked up the shotgun, so that means from now on she's not gonna pathfind towards the rocket, she's always gonna come towards the shotgun now, which is very good, because if she starts pathfinding towards the rocket, which is down here, like below, here, it's gonna be a long time for her to get to the LG room, and that's just wasting time. So it's very good that she dropped the shotgun, because now instead of trying to drop down in this hole, she is going around it, and I get to kill her faster, and I don't have to worry about her having the rocket launcher. So again, I kill her on that side, she didn't spawn on the opposite side, so that means I'm gonna go through the telly. And here, there's a chance that she can spawn in front of the LG, or she could have spawned to the left here or to the right, but this time she spawned on LG. But I have a lot of stack and I have a lot of ammo, so I'm not too worried. I quickly kill her. I don't pick up the weapon either, because it's more likely for her to pathfind towards me then. I still have a lot of ammunition, so I'm just gonna start going out to the sides. I saved up that bubble. You could see that I only was interested in the shards. Because I have so much health, it would be a waste to pick up the bubble. So I just picked up the shards very carefully, killed her, and by the time I kill her, I actually pick up the bubble, because I make more use of it like that. And then I just pick up the yellow and backtrack to the LG room, and now she spawned at shotgun. So again, I kill her and she drops the weapon, and because I killed her on the shotgun side, I go the other side and there she was. So I'm just doing this like back and forth, expecting her to be spawning on certain locations, and I'm just trying to go as fast as possible instead of waiting for her to come to me. Because if I was just camping at the LG room, usually it would take me a minute and 30 to complete the map, because that's how slow she is. But if I actively hunt her down and I actively look out for where she spawns, I can speed up the process, and you can see that it was possible to finish the map well under a minute. And then this map, I also don't restart it because there are so many spawn locations here in the rocket room. Hold on, let me go back a little bit so that I can explain better. So here in this rocket room there are so many spawn locations, and if I restart there's a chance that I'm gonna be spawning down here at the lower level, and then 3 bots are gonna be above me all over the place, and they're gonna pick up the rocket launcher and they're gonna melt me down with machine gun. So, you know, I don't want to die like that, so instead I'm just gonna play it safe and not restart the map. And if I don't restart the map, then the bots are gonna spawn in one by one as the announcer says their names. So while they are spawning in, I make sure to stack up, whether it's like weapons or armor or whatever. Point is, I try to avoid being out in the open where I can get swarmed by them. So I quickly pick up the armor. Unfortunately for Demia, she spawned next to me, so I quickly brrr her down. And then Rex spawned next to Plasma. So I try to kill him, but he decides to fuck off, so I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna follow you, instead I'm just gonna keep going to pick up weapons and stack. And then Grunt is here, so instead of dropping down, I opted to kill him beforehand to get one more frag. And yes, it's gonna be longer for me to go through this route because I took time to kill Grunt, but I think it was worth it because I got another frag, and I still am gonna pick up the items the same anyway. So here I'm just making sure I have enough stack and that I have the right weapons, as in the railgun and the plasma. And now, by the time I come back here, 25 seconds has passed since I picked up this yellow one and the map started, so I get to pick it up again, basically immediately after it respawns. And now, what my next goal is to find a bot that has a weapon, and then I kill the bot so they drop the weapon, and then the other ones are gonna pathfind towards him. So I found Grunt, he has rocket launcher, also this guy has a shotgun, so I'm gonna try to kill them so they drop the weapons. A little bit of a whiff there, a very early quad. Well, it could have been earlier, but it's still kind of early because it could have spawned in way later. So as soon as I heard it, I started going towards it. And then I just kill the bots that are gonna be on the way. I pick up some more railgun ammo because I was running low. And then I turned around because I heard him spawn behind me, so might as well kill him. And then I just go back to the room where the dropped weapons were. And now I'm gonna go back and forth between the railgun room and the rocket room. And I'm just looking for frags. A little bit of a whiff. Like some of these shots are a little bit harder than what they seem, because sometimes the bots have very weird movement where they like slide along or quickly like dash to the left or to the right, or they jump at random points. So sometimes like I'm missing shots because I expect them to move differently than how they actually move, or I'm just bad at aiming. Alright, next map, this one. I prefer to start here in this location for two reasons. One is that I get to pick up some shards to have more stack, and also I'm close to the plasma so that I have a good weapon. And two, it is very likely for the bots to spawn here behind these doors where the shotgun is. And if they do that, they're gonna pathfind towards me, and I get to get a few early frags. But this time no one spawned here, and I know that because neither of these doors are open. I also don't hear footsteps. So once I picked up the plasma, there's no reason for me to hang around in this room, so I'm just gonna go towards the pool area of the map, because my goal is to get to the red armor before the bots pick it up. And while I'm here, I'm also trying to get frags. Got railed once, but it's okay because I was very stacked, and there's still a mega health at the bottom level. I'm now fairly low, so I decide to go for the double bubble, and then I will probably pick up the plasma as well because I'm running low on ammo. And then the next thing is, even if I pick up these bubbles, I'm still railable, and there is a railgun on this map. I could also be directly shot in the face with a shotgun or a rocket, and that would kill me. So in order to avoid dying to something like that, I'm probably gonna pathfind towards the mega health. And then once I am there, enough time has passed so that the next rotation of red armor is gonna spawn. So that will be my plan. Take the bubbles here, take the ammunition here, take mega, and then go to red. Might as well pick up some shards. And then here, before I go for red, I decided to try to get frags instead, because if I had dropped down to red, I probably would have missed out on at least a frag. And then now I'm here, I can hear the bots pathfind towards here, so I just stood around a little bit to get the frags. Now I heard the quad spawn, or well, not quad, but like I heard the power up spawn, and on this map it can either be invisibility or quad. And again, it's completely luck based, and you don't know in advance, you cannot control it, cannot manipulate it. You don't know when it will spawn, and you don't know which one will spawn. But I was lucky enough, even though it spawned in fairly late compared to what it could have been like, at least it was a quad, which is always what you want. Like if there is a power up on the map and it can be a quad, you always want it to be a quad, because that's the fastest kill speed power up. And here I'm just going through the map. Now I have the stack, now I have the weapons, and I have quad, so I'm just trying to go for frags as fast as possible. So I'm just scouting out the map, and as soon as I can see or hear the bots, I'm just going all in and try to kill them. Here I was trying to hit Gore, at least with like 2 to 3 plasma bulbs to make sure he is gonna die, because I'm not sure how healthy he is, because if he's still on default stack after spawning in, he has 125 health, which means he's not railable, but if I hit 1 plasma bulb on him, he's still not railable because he's 105 health. So I wanted to hit at least 2 to 3, because there are shards in this room as well, and if he picks them up, you know, he has even more stack. So I wanted to make sure he's railable before I switch to the railgun. But I missed the plasma, so I decided, okay, I'm not gonna risk it, I'm gonna go make sure that I end up killing him. Because I could have missed the rail, and he maybe would have not been railable even if I hit the rail, so instead I just went close range with rocket, because I was very stacked, I wasn't in any danger of dying. And on this map, I prefer to start here. Sometimes it takes quite a lot of restarts until I get this spawn, but I feel like it's kind of worth it because this spawn gives you the railgun and the red armor, and very often at least a frag. Well, this time no one else spawned here with me, so no frag for me, but very often if you spawn there, there's at least one bot, sometimes even two. But it's still worth it because I have the weapon, I have the stack, and I have the positioning. Because standing here is really good on this map because the bot keeps pathfinding towards this middle area. Even if they spawn at the rail room, even if they spawn at the other side, you're most likely gonna meet them here. And so it's very easy and quick to get frags like that. And so my next thing that I want to do on this map is I want to get the plasma, again, fastest to kill with on this map. So I'm just standing here waiting for a sound cue, whether it's from the left, from the right, from in front of me, because they could be up here as well on the right, they could be up here on the left, they could be coming from the left side here or the right side, or there's a chance they kill each other on this side of the map and then they start spawning behind me from where I came from in the railgun room. So I'm just standing here waiting for sound cues, and as soon as I can hear someone, I'm gonna react to it. If I hear that they are screaming because they have been fighting and I assume they are railable, I'm gonna switch to the railgun to finish them off. If I don't hear screaming, I'm gonna have to weaken them first with like machine gun, or I also have a shotgun at this point, and then switch to the railgun. Unfortunate, just gore being gore. Wreck being wreck. And then a little bit of a whiff from me, but Slash finally dies, so at least that's something, because now there's a dropped weapon on the map. Even if it's not a plasma that I would like to pick up, at least they're gonna be baited towards this dropped shotgun here. And now I will have a plasma. So I'm gonna go out for the plasma, and I'm gonna leave the shotgun there. And now I'm just going back to the red armor room to stack up again, take more ammo, heal up, take the red, and then go back to the middle. And I'm just like whiffing really hard here, but yeah, the plan is to basically just get frags at this point. There are no power-ups on this map. I'm trying to pay attention to the red armor as well if I need it. And then I'm just basically going back and forth, trying to get frags as fast as possible. I ideally also have plasma ammunition, so like right now I have only I think 4 plasma ammo or something like that. So let me see, 7. Okay, I have 7. Nope, never mind, I have 4. So because I only have 4 ammunition, the next time I see a plasma I'm gonna go and get it, which is gonna be now. And now I'm low on health again, but the next rotation of red armor is up. So I'm just making sure I'm stacked enough. I don't want to risk it. More plasma ammo, and now I have more than enough for the rest of the map. There we go. Alright, on this map, Klesk is fairly easy. Unless you like fuck up majorly, but like usually Klesk is very easy. He pathfinds towards the railgun by default, but he can spawn on the lower platform as well, next to the red armor, and if that happens, you don't want him to take it, because then it's gonna be more difficult to kill him, because he's gonna be more stacked. So you're gonna stay up here and just kill him until he spawns at the lower level, and then you drop down and take the red before he can. But if you stay up here and he spawns next to you, he's not gonna start shooting at you immediately, because there's like a cooldown between when he first sees you to when he first starts shooting at you. And it's fairly long, like long enough for you to be able to kill him without receiving any damage. And then if you kill him anywhere on this side of the map where I am, there's a likelihood he's gonna spawn here in this corridor. And if that happens, you have direct line of sight on him, so you can just immediately rail him twice. And the reason for you to rail him twice instead of like machine gun to railgun is because there's a yellow armor in this room that he will pick up, and you will need 2 rails to kill him the fastest. And now I could hear that he spawned at the lower level, which means he's gonna pathfind towards the red armor. The only exception is that if he drops a weapon, then there is a chance he pathfinds towards the weapon instead of taking the red. But if you wanna make sure that he doesn't take the red, just drop down, kill him, take the red yourself. And while you are down here, you can have direct line of sight on that same spawn as well, like you did from above. Unfortunately, if he spawns on the right side, you don't have line of sight on him. So you can only do it on the left side. That's why I always aim here when I kill him. But he spawned on the right side, I didn't have line of sight on him. So now what I want to do is to quickly weaken him enough to be railable, because there is no armor on this side, only the weapon, a plasma. But there are times when he chooses to go to the left here, and there is a jump pad, and then he's like fooling around, jumping up and down, just being annoying, wasting time. So what I want to do is to quickly weaken him and kill him before he starts doing his bouncy castle bullshit. And yeah, if he spawns next to you, just quickly weaken him with machine gun, finish him off with the railgun. If he spawns anywhere in those rooms, use the railgun. And if the red armor is up, make sure that he doesn't take it, because that's gonna be harder for you to kill him after. And then the map is done. It's not that difficult, honestly. And then this one. Oh man, this map is the bane of my existence. Honestly, I despise this map so much. It has ruined so many runs of mine with its random bullshit. So basically, this map is one of the only 2 exceptions in this whole game where everyone spawns in with 50 armor. And obviously, you yourself as the player, when you're doing the Deathless challenge, it only affects you when the map starts. You have 50 extra armor. But you're not gonna die and respawn and have 50 armor, because if you die, the run is over. So in Deathless, only the bots benefit really from this, and they benefit from it every single time they spawn in. And it's a problem because it takes a long time to kill them. So they're gonna draw your attention away for a long time, which means you can get surprised from like behind by a different bot. Also, because it takes so long to kill them, you run through your ammunition really fast, so you constantly have to stack up on ammo, which means either to camp a weapon or actively look for bots that have weapons and kill them and take their weapon so that you have more ammo. And also on this map, the power-up can be 3 different ones. Either it's invisibility, regeneration, or quad. And like I said before, you always want the quad, because that's the fastest kill speed power-up. If you get invisibility or regeneration, they are not gonna help with killing the bots faster, they're just gonna help with you surviving longer. But obviously during a speed run, you don't want you don't want to waste time, you wanna go as fast as possible. So you will always want to have the quad. But there's only like a 33% chance for it to be a quad. And even if it is a quad, there's a chance that it's gonna spawn in very late, which again is just wasting time. So, you know, this map, hard. And also there's an LG on the map, there's a rocket launcher and a plasma, and that's it. These are the only 3 weapons available on the map. No railgun, no shotgun, no nothing else. And so the bots are deadly with the LG. If you have been watching me play this speedrun, this game, you have seen quite a few occasions when I just got melted away by their LG aim. Whether it's Hunter or Angel on this map, or on DM13, whichever bot picks up the LG, you know, they can melt through your stack within a second, even if you are like 100 health, 100 armor. You will die immediately as soon as they see you. And even if you don't mean to fight them, but you just cannot back away anymore once they start seeing you, like they will shoot at you and it will push you into a corner and you won't be able to move, especially if you are like mid jump or something like that, and then you're dead, and there's basically nothing you can do against it to prevent. So yeah, on this map what you're hoping for: early power up and hopefully a quad. And also you're gonna need to try to make them pathfind towards the plasma room. That is the most ideal situation, because if they start pathfinding towards the rocket, that whole area is very difficult to fight in and dangerous. Because if you're at rocket, they can drop down from above with LG, and it's just risky and difficult. So ideally what you want is for them to pathfind towards the plasma room, but again, you can't really make sure that it will happen, because for that you need to kill a bot that has a plasma. But if they spawn in a location where they just don't pathfind towards it and they don't have it, you cannot kill them and they won't drop it. Or even if they pick it up but they start pathfinding away from it because they no longer have any interest staying there because they picked up the weapon already, again, you cannot kill them, they won't pathfind towards it. So this whole map is just a big RNG luck fest. Anyway. So, the way I want to start this map, usually, is I restart until I spawn next to the red armor. And I pick it up immediately to be as stacked as possible. And from here on out, I wanna get a weapon, of course. Dropping down to the rocket launcher is not really worth it. It's a hard to use weapon, and you know, you would prioritize taking the LG anyway. And so I could either go towards the plasma, but they're probably gonna spawn on it, so that's not really an option. It's not worth going for the rocket launcher, so the only option left is to go for the LG, which is actually really good because it's an easy to use and deadly weapon. Only downside for the LG is that you run out of ammo very fast, but that's gonna be a problem later. So for now, take the red and go for LG. And there are two ways you could go for the LG. One is to backtrack from where you came from and then just jump across the gap like here, or alternatively, I could have walked down the stairs. I'll show you in a sec. I could have also walked down these stairs and then just walked along the platform here, like here, across, but that's slower. And I want to go fast because there's a chance that by the time, if I take the longer route, there's a chance that by the time I get to the LG, a bot is gonna be ahead of me and they're gonna take the LG. And of course you don't want that. So instead, you take the shorter route and jump across like so. And take the weapon yourself. And now, next objective is to find a bot with a weapon, ideally near the plasma room, and kill them so they drop the weapon and they pathfind towards it. And I could see them fight here, but the guy with the plasma fucked off and the guy I killed didn't have a weapon, so oh well. And now I'm just waiting for a bot to have a weapon and come towards me, which happened this time, and that is why I'm leaving the weapon there, even though I don't want them to pick it up, but I need them to pathfind towards it. So now I'm just leaving the weapon there and I'm trying to go for spawn frags. Also paying attention to the timer, I'm rotating the red, so I'm gonna go back and take it, even though I don't really need it at this moment, but I don't want them to take it, and also if I take it now, I will know when it will spawn next. Might as well take some plasma ammo. I will leave the bubbles for later. Hopefully, if I need it by the time I need it, they will still be there, but now I'm just focusing on getting frags. I could hear the power-up spawn now, but I figured I'm gonna quickly kill these bots first. and might as well drop down to take the yellow. And now power up time. And what I'm hoping for again is a quad, but it only has 33% chance. It could be an invisibility or a regeneration as well. But I was lucky enough and it was a quad, so yay. I take the LG ammo as well, because now that I have the quad, it's not gonna take as long to kill with the LG anymore, and LG is always gonna be a better weapon to use if it's possible. So I'm just trying to make the most of it. And I'm also jumping across to take the LG ammo so that I can keep using the LG instead of having to switch to plasma. Here I was really hoping to be able to kill this guy, but I was completely missing my shots and I even ran out of ammo for both weapons. So in the end I just had to go and do the walk of shame and get the rocket launcher. But it worked out, so all is good. Alright, this map you always start in this location and there's an LG right next to you, so obviously you're gonna take it. And then you pathfind towards here, and there's a chance that there's already a bot here because there's a spawn location in this corner, and then they're gonna pathfind and take the shotgun, but by the time they do that, you're gonna be here. So very often, by the time you get here, there's gonna be a bot here. But if there isn't a bot here, then there's a chance that there is gonna be a bot at the teleporter, and once they go through the teleporter, they're gonna have the tele exit here and come through here. So that's why I stopped here, because I didn't want to be like, okay, so no bots here, I'm gonna go take the shotgun, and then all of a sudden someone with the shotgun spawns in behind me from through the tele, and then I get killed. So instead I was like, okay, might as well just wait a second, see if they come through the tele. If they aren't, then it's clear and I can go, but if they come through the tele, I don't get surprised. So that's why I stopped. Because believe me, I have died to that before enough times to learn from it. So now that he came through the tele, I kill him and then I fuck off from the tele exit as fast as possible so that I don't get killed with whoever comes in next. And now the usual tactic is to just camp the plasma and spam the tele exit. And again, if you guys remember when I explained that there are certain walls and structures and stuff like that, the bots cannot see you. This little, I don't know what it's called, nook or cranny or whatever the fuck it is, they cannot see you if you shoot through this, and you can shoot through it. It's not just like you can see through, but you can also shoot through this gap here, this slanted wall. And so you can shoot through it and they cannot see you, so they're not gonna shoot back. So basically you just stand in this position, or crouch rather, in this position and just spam the tele exit. And whenever you run low on ammo, you just take a step to the left and pick up the plasma again. And occasionally you're gonna turn around because there's a chance that they're gonna spawn behind you, and if they do, they can either come at you with a machine gun, a shotgun, or a grenade launcher depending on which spawn they took. So that's why you're gonna see me occasionally stop shooting and then listen out for footsteps and also turn around to make sure no one is behind me, because I have died to just mindlessly spamming the tele exit and all of a sudden someone came from behind and I died. Especially because I'm railable, well, not railable, but I could die to a single grenade, I could die to a point blank shotgun, so better safe than sorry. And at this point I could go out to the lower armor, to the yellow armor, because there's a yellow armor in this room up here, but I don't really need to, because like I said, they can't see you, they won't shoot at you, so unless someone comes from behind, you're gonna be fine. But even if someone comes from behind, you just turn around, kill them, and then you can focus again on the tele exit. And the reason I stopped shooting now and turned around is because I heard a grenade launcher behind me. But it seems like they weren't pathfinding towards this hallway, they just went away. so that's fine. So I can continue shooting, but occasionally I'm still gonna check just to make sure. And then I just keep doing this, and I'm hoping that the bots are gonna go through the telly and pathfinds towards the weapons that are gonna be dropped here when I kill them. And eventually I will hear the power-ups spawn sounds. And then I just go and take them. There's also a mega health at the top of the jump pad I just took. I know the mega health itself wasn't visible, but it was there. As you can see, I picked it up. And now, in this room, there's this button at the ceiling, on the ceiling, and if you shoot it, this door opens, which is gonna lead you to the quad. On this map, there are these two power-ups, and it's always gonna be haste here and a quad here. The only randomness is that you don't know when they will spawn. And they won't spawn at the same time. They spawn separately. Yes, it can happen at the same time, but it's not like linked, you know. If one spawns, it doesn't necessarily mean that the other is spawning as well. So anyway, I take both. And then once you take the quad, in this room there are these grenade launchers at the ceiling. It's like a safety measure or whatever, I don't know. It's a fun mechanic, but it can suck my dick as well, because you'll see what happens next. Yeah, that fucking grenade just randomly bounced in front of me. It can happen, and I'm aware of it, but the chances are very low, but it just so happened this time. Again, just look at the trajectory of that grenade. It's so funny, because I was actually trying to look for it. Like, I was aware, I could see, like, I was looking here as I was moving. I wasn't looking at the crosshair, I was looking at the grenade, and I was aware of the trajectory, but I figured it's gonna, like, hit the floor and then bounce once again. But no, it hit the fucking stairs and it bounced back into my face. Like, it's so fucking weird. The chances of that happening is just like so minimal. It's insane. Look at it. I actually want to look at it in slow-mo. The fucking stairs. Jesus. And the sad part is I already picked up Mega, so now I'm left with 67 health. And I still have to get 5 frags. So I'm just being very cautious, and this time I do go out for the yellow. I don't wanna end up dying. Granted, I didn't need it in the end, but you know, better safe than sorry, I guess. So yeah, next map. Next map is gonna be funny as well at the beginning, I think. If I remember correctly, it was this attempt. But basically on this map, there is a BFG, and you obviously want to have it, because that's the fastest kill with in the game. And so you want to spawn up here, or at least I prefer spawning up here. Spawning next to the railgun on this map is also okay. This railgun, because there's two on this map, but like in this room there's a railgun as well. So I prefer spawning here. In my opinion, this is the best spawn on this map, but spawning next to the railgun is also fine. But if I spawn up here, I drop down immediately to take the red armor from this jump pad. And then I usually go out to the left to take the yellow, and then go through the telly to take the BFG. But there's a chance for a bot to spawn at the lower platform, and they're gonna take the jump pad as well. And that is dangerous, because there's a chance that you can collide midair and both fall down to your deaths. And it almost happened this time. And also there's a chance for a bot to spawn up here by the railgun. And if they do, they're gonna have a railgun. And they're nightmare bots. And the railgun hurts. Yay! Anyway, I got blocked, but I didn't fall off, luckily. And he also missed the railgun shot. Or she. And I just tried to kill her as fast as possible without letting her giving her the chance to rail me. The other guy, I think, fell off the map. Yeah, you could see it here. Patriot was in the wrong place, meaning he fell off the map after we collided me there. I made it to the left and he didn't. And then I killed, who was it, Lucy. So now I have a railgun as well, and I have a decent stack. Luckily I wasn't railed, and I didn't end up falling out of the map either. And so now the next objective on this map for me is to go through the telly, which will take me to BFG, and then from then on I take another telly, which will take me to where I want to be on the map. I come out to the edge of here because Slash likes to pathfind towards the BFG, and so there are occasions when by the time you get here, she's like swimming up here in the pool because it's like it's a water pool. But she wasn't here, so I'm good. I can go. And then I drop down here, and what I'm hoping for is that when this door opens, there are gonna be bots with plasma, so I can kill them, and then from then on they're gonna pathfind towards it. That will be ideal. And that's kind of what happens. But I think they also had a dropped weapon on the other end of the map, and so the bots weren't really pathfinding towards me, and it took a long time to finish this map compared to like the average time it usually takes. And at the same time, I'm trying to move in between these two doors, because if you're not close enough to these doors or you don't shoot the doors, they're gonna close. And if they are closed, you will not really hear through them and you will not see through them. But you want to have as much information as possible. So I just move back and forth so both of the doors keep getting reopened every time. It is also important because like I said, Slash likes to pathfind towards the BFG, and when she picks it up and goes through the telly, she would appear above this door. That's where the telly exit is, if you remember. I also... when I came through the telly, I was above here. So she would be here if she takes the BFG, which means she immediately drops down on me with a BFG in her hands, and I would probably die. So while I'm going back and forth trying to see if there are any bots near me to, you know, quickly frag them, I'm also trying to listen out to the telly exit sound above me, so that when she does, I'm prepared and I kill her before she kills me. And that's actually good if she brings me another BFG, because I'm gonna have more ammunition. But you know, it's like high risk, high reward. So here I'm just killing the bots, leaving a dropped weapon on the floor, going back and forth, listening for sound cues, trying to see if there are any bots in the further ends of the map, and hop, there she is. VFG in her hands, but luckily for me, she wasn't targeting me because she saw someone else first, so she was focusing on him. So I got to kill her, I took the BFG, and then I can continue just being there. I heard a power-up spawn, and there are two power-ups on this map. One is a quad, one is a regeneration. They are always gonna be the same, and they are always at the same location. But like I said, you don't know which one spawns, so I'm just gonna turn around and check. And quad would spawn here, and because it's not here, but I know one power-up spawned already, I know that it was the regeneration, which is down in the water area. But because it wasn't the quad, I'm not interested, so I'm gonna stay here and just go back and forth and then just kill them as long as I have enough BFG ammo and stack to work with. The only reason I left the room was because I was trying to kill Lucy as soon as possible, and now it's just like only a few seconds until the very last possible point for when the quad can spawn. So like even worst case scenario, I only have to wait 3 more seconds here and then it will spawn. So I figured might as well just wait. And now that I have the weapon, the quad and the stack, I just want to quickly get frags. But like I said, I think someone else died on the other end of the map and they dropped a weapon because the bots are just not here. They're not pathfinding towards me. They are nowhere to be found. So quite unlucky this time. Also, look at this weird. I killed the bot here and there is no corpse, but for some reason the hitbox of the corpse is still here, because look at my rockets. I'm trying to shoot the rocket where the plasma is to kill this bot, and somehow my rockets explode before reaching the plasma. I'm actually gonna go slow motion so that you guys can see better. See? It exploded on nothing. There was a corpse, and I think the hitbox remained even though the corpse blew up. So there's also like a stupid thing in this game that can happen. And not just once, I think twice. Yeah. So that's why the third rocket, I'm like, okay, fuck that. I'm not gonna be able to kill her like that. I might as well just shoot to the right. And I have quad rocket, so it should kill her anyway, even if it's not a direct hit. But like 2 of my rockets got eaten by the game. So, yay. And here I'm like, okay, well, it's obvious that they're not pathfinding towards me. So, and I need 4 more frags, so might as well just I go to them instead. So I did a rocket jump, but at the same time I encountered a few bots. And there we go. It took a long time, like, when did I finish the map? 150-ish? Yeah, 150, 151. Usually this map I can finish on average at around 1 minute 5, something like that. So I'm like 45 seconds time loss on this map alone. And you can see it at the splits as well. Like this one was very, very painful for the run. But again, it was something that was out of my control. It's not like I made a mistake. It's just that bots weren't pathfinding towards me. I just couldn't get frags. They were nowhere to be found, unfortunately. But it is what it is. That's why the big sigh, because I'm like, fuck, I just lost 40 seconds for no other reason than being unlucky. And then this map, again, like I said before, when you shoot the door, you can hear better. And I can hear which side he spawns on, so that I can quickly hunt him down and kill him. And if I don't hear him on either side, that just means that he spawned somewhere else, like not on these upper ledges. And I couldn't hear him. And if he doesn't spawn on the upper ledges, there's a chance he spawns below me here, where the rocket is. I don't think I'm gonna look towards it now, so I'm not gonna be able to show you. But the point is, there is a chance that he spawns at the rocket, and if he does, I will hear him. But because I don't hear him, that means that the only remaining spawn location that he could spawn in is next to Mega. And whenever he does that, he picks up the Mega and picks up the shards as well that are on that ledge, which means I can't just do machine gun to railgun, because that's not gonna kill him. I'm gonna have to hit him 3 times with the railgun. That's the fastest way to do it. So I'm just gonna do that real quick, and in between railgun shots I'm also collecting ammunition and armor, because might as well, because I can't shoot while the weapon is recharging, so might as well make the most of it and collect some stuff on the map. And now that I killed him, basically it's just a back and forth. If I kill him on the left side, it's most likely that he's gonna spawn on the right side. If I kill him on the right side, it's most likely he's gonna spawn on the left side. Every now and then, yes, it's possible for him to spawn on the same side multiple times in a row, but not likely. So usually what I go for is kill him on one side and then focus my attention to the other side, and then repeat until I reach the frag limit. There are a few spawns that I don't like. One is when he spawns behind here, because it takes him a long time to show himself. I don't want to drop down just yet, because it's ideal to be up here. It's easier to get frags from above here. So I can't really drop down, but it takes a long time for him to show himself if he spawns behind this area. So I'm just gonna have to wait for him. And the other one is when he spawns behind these doors. I don't like that because I don't hear it, so I'm not always prepared for it. The only exception when it's not too bad when he spawns here is when you only need 1 more frag. If you are at 9 frags and you need 1 more and he spawns here, you can, safely drop down, because you no longer need to be on the upper ledges anymore, because you just need 1 more frag and then the map is over. And here you could see, after I kill him down here, because I killed him on this side, I went to the other side to see if he spawned there, but he wasn't on either side. So I'm like, okay, the only spawn location left possible is the behind the door one. So I shut the door, so the sooner I can see him, the better. And then, yeah, he was behind it, so I killed him again.
Impressive. 3 frags left. 2 frags left. 1 frag left.
Alright, next map. On the M13, I like to spawn at the LG, because on this map, you wanna use the LG to get frags with as fast as possible, but you also need the rocket launcher so that you can get to the quad. So you will need both weapons, ideally, and you also wanna take the armors, you wanna take the mega for, again, so that you have a lot of stack and they don't. So I'm just restarting until I'm in the LG room, and it just so happens that there are 2 spawn locations in the LG room. One is which I spawned in, and I'm always like pressing left as the map loads in, because if I get this spawn, I walk up the stairs and take the LG. If I don't immediately press left, there's a chance that a bot spawns on the other location in this room, and he's gonna get to the weapon before me. And of course that's not good. So if I just hold down left and restart until I get the location, the spawn location I want, then I get the weapon first. And you can see that that's what happened, and now I can kill him for free. And then we can pathfind towards the rocket and then drop down to take the red. But before I do that, I try to get as many frags as possible. Once I'm done with that, I take the weapons, I take the armor, and then I go through the telly. And now I could hear that there was one guy in the shotgun room, and I'm gonna try to kill him, because from now on all the bots are gonna pathfind to this area. And I could see that the yellow armor was taken, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the mega is also taken. So I check and it's still there, so I take it myself. And now I have a weapon, I have a stack, I have both the weapons I will need, and I have a decent stack, but I'm kind of running low on LG ammo, so I'm gonna use it wisely. And then I got, I think, grenade launched in the face somehow. I don't fully know how he was there with the grenade launcher. That kind of caught me by surprise, but it was okay because I had so much stack. Okay, so what I need now, there's a dropped weapon, that's perfect, and I still have a decent stack. What I need now is to get somehow more LG ammo until quad spawns, and also to save as much stack as possible while getting as many frags as possible. So it's quite difficult to do because I'm gonna need to get frags, but I can't run out of ammo. But I also need to get frags without taking too much damage, because eventually when the quad spawns, I'm gonna have to rocket jump to reach the quad, because that's the fastest way from here to get the quad, to rocket jump up. So I need enough stack, I need enough ammo, and I also have to get frags. So this is why it's tough. But I could hear that this guy spawned here with an LG. I could hear the buzzing sound of the LG when you hold the weapon. So I just backed away so I'm not in range of his LG, because you know that's deadly in their hands. So I just start spamming rockets to where he's gonna come from. I'm hoping that I can kill him in a way that by the time the rocket reaches him, I'm gonna move forwards so that I'm gonna be in range of his LG, and hopefully he's gonna die and drop the weapon so I can pick it up and I will have more ammo. Like, that's the plan. But he backed away because I hit him and there are health bubbles in this room, so he backs away to heal up. Yay. And here it was very unlucky, but I had to use LG to kill that guy. You'll see in a sec again. So I weakened that guy, he backs away, I'm like, okay, I have to switch targets. I'm running really low on LG ammo, and then all of a sudden a guy comes from here with shotgun, so I have to have my focus on him. And I use my LG to kill him, because I had to. But because of that, I don't have enough LG to kill this guy. And I almost died. And luckily I didn't. But like, look at how much stack I lost because of that. I was 160. And now I'm 30. And it was like within a second. As soon as he started shooting at me, within a second I lost 130 stack. I almost fucking died. But the good news is I did not, and I have more LG ammo, and I can drop down to take the next thread. So I can stack up. The 50 bubble was not here, unfortunately. Would have been nice, but luckily the next mega will be. So I'm gonna try to get it instead. Actually, will I? No, I probably won't. Never mind, because I'm going for a safe route to get the next quad. Like I said, if I was on this lower platform where this guy is, I would just rocket jump up to quad. But because I was so low on health, I instead took the longer route and healed up in the meantime to play it safe. And now I'm just waiting for quad, basically. But now everything is ideal. There's a dropped weapon, the bots are pathfinding towards me, I have a lot of stack, I have enough ammo and the quad. So now I just have to get frags. I also take the mega, just in case. I'm not interested in taking the yellow, I don't need it. And I finished the map before the quad ran out. Alright, this map I like to I like to start next to the personal teleporter because it can save my life. It can also help with if I don't find any bots, I use it and hopefully it will teleport me to somewhere where there are bots. And also so that the bots don't have it, so they don't use it and teleport away when I try to frag them. And so when the map starts, I want to have this spawn, but I had a little bit of a accident and I pressed the respawn again, even though that would have been the spawn I wanted to use, but whatever. So I just kept respawning until I got the spawn I wanted, which is now. So I lost like, I don't know, maybe a second or so. It could have been worse, but also if I wasn't so nervous at this point, I probably wouldn't have respawned or restarted when I got the ideal spawn. So anyway, I take the teleporter, I drop down, I take the BFG. There's usually a yellow armor where this guy is, but he picked it up, so no armor for me. I kill him, I kill this guy, I heal up, I go up the jump pad. Usually there's a yellow here as well, but the other bots took it. So at the moment I have the BFG, I got some frags, but I have no armor, which is dangerous because there is a railgun on this map. Sometimes the bots pathfind towards the BFG, which is obviously very, very fucking deadly. And even if there are no one with railgun or BFG, they can still pick up the LG, and that can melt you as well. So now what I'm trying to do is to quickly get some frags because they were nearby, and then I backtrack to pick up some more ammunition, but also there's a mega down below, and because I didn't have any armor, usually I don't go for the mega because it's a big detour kind of, and I don't want to waste time like that, and usually I don't need it because I take at least one yellow, but this time I didn't take either of the yellows and I don't want to be railable, so I decided to go for the mega. But before I do that, I heard the bot spawn to my left in the shotgun area, and then there's this guy here with the rocket. So I changed my focus a little bit, but I also picked up the mega at the same time. I'm gonna leave that rocket there for the same reason as always, and then now I just go and try to go across the map and get as many frags as possible. And I was very lucky because there were so many bots along the way. Both times, like both when I was going that way and when I came back here. Like that is very good. That is insanely good, this space on this map. I didn't even need to go for quad, I'm already done with the map. It's very rare that I am lucky on that map like this. And then here on this map, I on purpose don't restart because I know it's a little bit blurry, but it's still a good picture to explain. The player always starts in this location here, and there are two spawn locations, one on this platform and one on this platform. And on this platform there's a railgun, and if a bot spawns here, he immediately picks up the railgun and you are in line of sight of him. And so I don't want that risk to happen, so I don't restart the map, which means even if a bot spawns here, by the time he does, I already fuck off from this room, so I'm not gonna be railed by him. So I'm just going away, and I always try to pathfind towards the plasma for the usual reason. There is a BFG on this map, but it's not really worth going for it because it takes a long time to get it and you're missing out on frags and it's just very slow. And even if you take the weapon, you're gonna run out of ammo before you hit the frag limit. So instead on this map I just go towards the plasma, and on the way I pick up the yellow armor and also the personal teleporter here. Quickly get a frag, and I'm gonna go back up to the ground level, and this is where the bots usually are. And I could hear all three of them at the moment, because there are 3 other bots on this map. It's you and 3 bots, so the 4 of you. And I heard the railgun above me, which is gonna be on this left upper hallway, and the other 2 are fighting here. I can hear the machine gun. So I know all 3 of the location of the bots, and I'm going aggressive because I'm not railable and I want to frags. I don't want them to kill each other. I want to get as many frags as possible. So I'm just gonna take this jump pad, and my main focus first is gonna be the guy with the railgun because he's the most dangerous one. And then as soon as I kill him, I shift my focus to the other guys. And here, I don't like that he got such a shot on me, because if you look at my stack, I was 150-ish, but he hit me with like 80 damage of, well not 80, 70 damage of shotgun, and all of a sudden I'm railable again. And that's really dangerous on this map because there are 3 directions, this room, this door, and this door, where the bots will pathfind towards you, and there's a chance that they're gonna have a railgun if they spawned on that outside area of the map. So you don't want to be railable on this map, trust me. I've died like that too many times. So yeah, I have 100 health and I got 5 frags so far, and I can see 2 more potential frags. But I'm not happy with being railable, so I'm gonna drop down and go through this door again to take the next rotation of the yellow armor here. But before I do that, because everyone just died, neither of them has the railgun, and I know that, so for a few seconds I'm still safe from being railed, so might as well get a frag before I go for the yellow. But I'm trying to do it safely. Actually, okay, so that would have been the plan. Usually, but there was an early power-up, so instead I scratched that plan of going for the yellow and instead opted for going to the quad. And again, on this map there are 2 power-ups. One is always gonna be a what's it called, battle suit or whatever, biohazard suit, battle suit, whatever it is, which is gonna be at the outer side of the map where the railgun is, and the other power-up is gonna be quad down at the pendulum at the lower level, the swinging pendulum thing is, and it's always gonna be at the same location, the same power up. So it cannot be that the quad spawns at the outer side and the battle suit spawns down here. No, down here always gonna be the quad. Out there is always gonna be the battle suit, but you don't know which one spawns and when. So I heard a power up spawn now, and I'm just hoping it's gonna be the quad. So I'm making my way there, but I could hear a bot pick up the power-up, the battle suit power-up, and I only heard 1 power-up spawn in, which means that I came here for nothing because the quad hasn't spawned yet. But I'm like, okay, so it's like 40 seconds into the map. If I'm lucky, it might spawn in a few seconds, hopefully, so might as well just wait it out. And I didn't dare go in between the pendulums, because I could be standing on the quad platform, but there have been times when a bot ambushed me and started shooting at me, and then it dealt enough knockback to either push me down and I fall to the death, or I got hit by a pendulum and I died. So instead, I'm just not risking it, I'm taking my distance, I'm gonna wait for the quad. And now I pick up the quad, and because I have a teleporter, I don't have to go all the way up on my feet. I can just use the teleporter, and I hope that it's gonna teleport me to like a good location where it's kind of safe and it's kind of near the middle of the map, so I can quickly kill bots and stuff like that. And I'm lucky enough that I spawned here, and the guy with the protection or battle suit or whatever it is right in front of me. So my main focus is to kill him and get the power up from him, which I get to do. But then all of a sudden I get fucking bombarded by rockets. Like there's a bot here that hit a direct rocket on me, and there's a bot behind me shooting rockets at me. So I'm just getting bounced all over the fucking place. But thankfully I had the battle suit, so I didn't die. But it was scary. It was very scary. Here I got a double frag. Nice little double kill, I mean. I was checking on the yellow, because again I have no armor, only have 100 health, and the battle suit is almost up, which means I'm gonna be railable. So again, I'm kinda scared at this point, but there was no yellow armor, so cannot do anything about it. The best thing I can do is to just try to go for frags and hope that I don't get railed. That's why I'm like backing away into like a safety door frame in case I need to back away. You can see I'm nervous, I'm missing shots left and right. But luckily I didn't end up dying and I completed the map. And then Uriel is not difficult, but this is the second map that, apart from DM10, where everyone spawns in with 50 armor. And again, for the player in the Deathless category, it only happens at the very beginning, and from then on it's only an annoyance. Because every time you kill the bot, he will spawn back in with 50 armor. Which basically means that you are trying to do 2 direct rockets on him. So I'm just spamming the spawn locations. It's not that easy to nail which one he's gonna spawn in, but there are only a certain amounts, so if you're lucky you get a spawn frag every now and then. And then I was getting really nervous. My rockets weren't really on point. Instead of just 2 rockets, I had to use like 4 or 5 sometimes even. And I was just like not really hitting them. But eventually it was good enough, and I reached the frag limit. And then the Bouncy Map, this one is also like not too difficult once you have the setup. But to get to the setup is kinda hard to do. Because what you wanna do, or at least what ideally I like to do, is to spawn here. Again, I was so nervous, I accidentally pressed the restart button too many times. But that would be the ideal spawn when you spawn in front of the red armor. So I just keep respawning until that happens again. Wasting a little bit of time, but better safe than sorry. So once I do have this spawn, there are 2 spawns down here in each corner, and it is possible for 2 bots to spawn down there and they start fighting, and then I usually drop down and try to finish them off, and then take the jump pad and take the railgun weapon. But this time it was only 1 bot, and he wasn't really interested in fighting, but I barely managed to kill him anyway. And then I took the jump pad, but I could see that there was another bot, and my assumption is that it's gonna be Doom, because Cadaver, which would be the third option, because I killed Bones. There are 3 bots on this map, Bones, Cadaver, and Doom. Bones doesn't pathfind towards the railgun. Cadaver doesn't pathfind towards the railgun, he actually prefers the rocket. Doom always pathfinds towards the railgun. So my assumption is that, okay, that was Doom, so I need to turn around and kill him because he's gonna come after me with the jump pad. So that's what I do. Just make sure that he doesn't get it. Then I drop back down, I'm playing it safe, healing up, taking red, taking bubbles, making sure I don't end up being low on stack, quickly kill Doom again. And now I know that Doom is here. I don't know which guy this is. I'm hoping for Cadaver, but it's probably gonna be Bones. I don't know actually. Might be Cadaver. Because if it's Bones and he picks up the rocket launcher, he's not gonna switch to it. So when I kill him, he's not gonna drop the weapon and I can't use it as bait. But if it's Cadaver, because I know this guy is Doom, so it might be Cadaver, then he will switch to the rocket, and that would be ideal because then I can kill him, he drops the weapon, and that's huge because then the setup is complete. Because once there is a dropped weapon on the map, Doom is no longer gonna pathfind towards the railgun, he's gonna go instead for the dropped weapon, which is gonna make it so much safer and easier for me to stay alive. And I won't need to constantly check my back, like Doom is taking the jump pad. So it was Bones because he picked it up and didn't switch to it, which means Doom is still going to try to get to the railgun. But at least I know where he's at. So at least that's something. Because if I know he's at rocket, then I don't need to check my back. But this time when I killed him, he spawned at the jump pad again. So I had to kill him. But now, finally, he spawned at rocket and I killed him and he dropped it. So from now on, I no longer need to be careful that Doom is gonna try to get the railgun. So finally the setup is complete. So now I can just focus on killing them. But all of a sudden, Cadaver appears. I don't know why. And here I was like, I remember my thought process. Here I was like, okay, if I shoot at Doom, I'm pretty sure he's not railable, so he's not gonna die. And if I shoot at him, he's gonna have knockback dealt to him, and he's gonna fall off the map. But I'm like, fuck that, I'm not risking it. It's better that he falls off the map than I let him run around with a rocket launcher. So I'm just like, yeah, fuck you. And I don't care anymore. And then I just finished the map by getting the frag limit. And then this map. Alright, so this map is such a high risk map, and it's not even high reward, it's just like risky as fuck. So on this one, there are 3 bots with you on the server, one of which is Major, and then there's Doom, and then there's Sorleg. And Doom is gonna try to pathfind towards the railgun, but it's not very often that he gets to the weapon, because they usually start fighting on these upper platforms, and eventually one of them will drop a rocket launcher when they die, and once that happens, Doom is no longer gonna try to go to the railgun. So you don't really need to worry about them having the railgun. The only way for them really to get it is either you die and then they have it, but in Deathless that's not really gonna be a thing, or there are no dropped weapons and Doom just decides to go for the railgun anyway. But that's really, really rare, and it never really happens if you just pay attention to killing them when they have the rocket launcher. So this map you always start here if you don't restart, and I don't restart on this map for the reason of Major being insane with the machine gun. So basically her machine gun aim is like 90% plus. She's gonna hit you no matter the distance. As long as she has line of sight on you and she has machine gun, she's gonna hit you. Unless she picks up a weapon, like a rocket launcher for example. So ideally, the way you counter it is either you're hoping that she's focusing on someone else, which you cannot control, or you quickly kill her so that she's dead and is not shooting at you, or she picks up the rocket launcher and then all of a sudden she's no longer really a threat anymore. So the way I play this map is I don't restart, because then I have more time to get to the railgun platform alive, hopefully. And when I spawn in, I immediately go to the left. It's always gonna be this spawn if you don't restart the map. So I immediately go to the left to go through the telly, because it's gonna take me to the red armor. It's faster to go through the telly than to jump to the right. So I do that, take the red armor, and I immediately try to leave the platform, because Major is the first bot to spawn in. It's always in a certain order every time, and they spawn in one after the other as the announcer says their names. And it's always gonna be Major first. And I drop down as fast as I can so that she doesn't have line of sight on me, because she usually spawns at the upper platforms. And once I hear the second bot after Major spawn in, then I take the jump pad, because I'm hoping that she's gonna start having line of sight on that bot and is gonna shoot at that bot and not me. So I stop here for a sec because I don't want to get hit while I'm going across here, because if they hit me even just like 2 to 3 times, it can deal enough knockback so that I fall out of the map instead of landing at rail. So I'm just trying to play it safe. I'm waiting a second until Major targets someone else. And then I take the jump pad, I make it to rail, and now when I turn around I try to figure out which bot is which based on the sound cues. So if you listen, you could hear that Major was on the other side. You could even see her for a fraction of a second if I just pause it at the right time. I could not stop it in time, fuck. But basically you could see her, so I know where she is. I know which side and what platform. I know like she is here, one of the two is her. And because I'm not getting shot at by a machine gun, I assume that she's the one with the rocket launcher. Which she was, and I killed her just because I know that she was railable. And yeah, maybe it is safer to let her stay alive and just let her use the rocket launcher, but I'm also speedrunning, so I'm trying to go fast. So if I know that the bot is railable, and I knew that she was because I could see that she was getting hit by a machine gun, that's why these like little red thingies are here, because she was hit by a machine gun, so I just had to rail her and she dies. So yeah, instead of playing it safe, I'm trying to go fast, but also hoping for the best outcome, you know, not to get hit. So I had to kill her, but now when she spawns back in, she's gonna have the machine gun, and I'm just hoping that she's not gonna target me. And at the same time, I'm trying to kill the other bots as well. I know that this guy up here received a lot of damage, so he's railable and he's gonna pathfind towards this 50 bubble. So as soon as I see his head pop out here, I'm gonna try to rail him. So I'm just waiting for that. There he is. And now I'm just trying to get as many frags as possible, but also pay attention to the timer, because I wanna be as stacked as possible, because if Major starts targeting me for even just a second, she's gonna melt through my stack so fast, as if it's a quad LG or something. So even though it looks like as if I'm quite healthy, I'm really not. So I'm just waiting for the next red to spawn, which will happen at like 26, 27 seconds into the map, because you know that's what when I picked it up, like 2 to 3 seconds into the map. Or like more like 1 to 2 seconds into the map. Point is, in a few seconds, red will spawn, and in the meantime, I'm just trying to get as many frags as possible without receiving too much damage. But it's really difficult to tell which bot is railable and which one is not. And now I made it across, and I'm just waiting for the next red. And I'm also I'm also trying to make sure that they are not taking the telly, because if they do, they might telefrag me. So that's why I killed Major here on the left, because I was worried she's gonna drop down into the telly, like here. If she drops down and takes the telly, she basically telefrags me. So in order to prevent that, I just quickly decided to kill her instead. I took the red, and now I drop down. And the reason I drop down is because I have to reach 20 frags, and I'm only at 4. And I'm running low on railgun ammo. I only have 7. So best case scenario, even if all 7 shots are gonna end up with a frag, I'm only at 11 frags out of the 20. So I'm gonna need some more railgun ammo, because that's the best weapon to use on this map. So I'm doing that. I'm going for the railgun. and also trying to get frags at the same time.
Excellent.
And now quad is spawned and I picked it up, and what I usually do is to drop down onto this upper floor. There's also a 50 here that I can take if I need it, and then just start railing away at them. And at this point I need 13 more frags. So basically for the rest of this map I'm just railing at them. I'm gonna miss a few shots. I was very nervous at this point, and some of these shots are not as easy as they seem, especially if they are on the lower levels, or if you get hit and the camera tilts, like when now when I killed Doom, I think, in a sec. Not this one. This one, like here, the camera shifts and it's like my crosshair goes up. So like, you know, that can also cause me to miss a shot. But I'm also very nervous, so that also took a part in why I missed some of these shots. And even so, like, look at my health. I was so stacked when I came back to this platform. I had like 100 health and like 200 armor, something like that, so like 300 stack. And then I took the 50 bubble next to me, so that's another 50. And I only survived this whole map with like 40 health left. That's how insane the damage output of theirs can be. Anyway, once I'm done with that map, this next map, this is also very unique. This, how to say, every now and then there is a unique map, like how DM10 and the Uriel map is unique in their way of spawning in with 50 armor and stuff like that. This map is unique for a different reason. This is the only map where I come back to the main menu and start the map from here. And the reason for that is because the spawns are gonna be different than if I were to go from this map directly to this one. And I need that spawn manipulation because there are so many bots on this map and not enough spawn platforms. There's gonna be 6 of us on this map, but there aren't enough spawn locations. So when the map starts, someone inevitably is gonna spawn into someone else and get a spawn frag that way. And that is only possible on this one map throughout the campaign. And so in order for you to get the spawn frag, so you're the one killing someone else, you need to come back to the menu and start the map that way. And then once you do, and of course you need to restart the map as well, so everyone spawns in at the same time and not one by one. If everyone spawns in at the same time and you launch the map from the menu, you're gonna get a frag for free when the map begins. And that's why you see that I have 1 frag already, because I spawn fragged someone. It's not showing, but believe me, that's how it works. And so I have 1 frag, I need to get to 20. And if kill spawns on this other side, because it can be someone else, it can be Bones, it can be Cadaver. If kill spawns here, somehow, for some reason, his pathfinding is different from the others, and he's always gonna pathfind this way and then go through this door. So if it's kill, you're gonna have a fight here to take the yellow. If it's not kill, everyone else is just gonna go the other way, so we won't get a fight here. But it was kill this time, so I kill him before he reaches the yellow. I'm also trying to like circle dodge so that he doesn't hit me so hard. He still hit me for quite a lot, but not as nearly as much as he could have if I wasn't dodging. So I kill him before he takes yellow, I take the yellow myself, and then I go out to take the railgun. And the next thing is I'm checking this spawn location, because if it's kill that I fight here, then by the time I kill him and get the railgun, you can see that there is a chance, and it's not guaranteed, but there is a chance, and it happens quite often, that he spawns here after I kill him. He respawns here. So that means I get yet another frag against him for free, basically. Very easy. And then from then on, I just have to look to the left, check if there's anyone. If yes, kill them. And then check the right side, if there's anyone, kill them, and so on and so forth. So I'm just basically trying to make sure that they don't reach the railgun, and I'm trying to get frags as fast as possible. And usually, the bots are gonna use these stairs, both on the left side, and it's the same on the right side, the map is mirrored. So usually they use these stairs to get to the railgun. The railgun is here, but I just picked it up and it hasn't respawned yet. But the point is, they use these stairs So I only have to like look to the left and then to the right and stuff like that. But every now and then, for some reason, and I assume it has something to do with if there's a dropped weapon as bait that they pathfind towards or not, depending on what the setup is, there's a chance that they're gonna come from behind you where you came from, like from the yellow side. Obviously that's not really good, because then instead of just having to look towards 2 directions, all of a sudden you have to look towards 3 directions, and it's dangerous, especially if they arrive at your location at the same time from multiple angles. Then you're basically dead. So I'm just trying to do my very best to defend the railgun, and here unfortunately I didn't deal enough damage for bones to be railable. I'm not sure why that was, because I felt like I did quite a lot of machine gun damage. If I hit him like 3 times with the machine gun, he should be railable. I don't know, maybe there's like something he picked up along the way. But I definitely did hit him at least 3 times. Actually 4 times, I think. So I figured he's gonna be railable, that's why I stopped shooting at him with the machine gun. And then I railed him, but he survived. But then he died to the fall. You can see that he cratered, up here it says, which means he died to fall damage. So that means he was like 5 to 10 health. So I assume he picked up something here. I think there might be like a 5 health bubble or like some shards, I'm not sure. But yeah, unfortunate, because I could have had a frag instead of him dying. And there's no ring out like in Quake Champions, so if someone dies because you push them out of the map or you push them to their death, you don't get a point for it. You only get points for actually killing people. So now I'm just like, okay, well, that happened, unfortunate, but whatever, let's just keep focusing on the map. So now I'm just checking left and right, and the kill is coming from the right, so all of a sudden I just need to quickly weaken him down to be railable, and then I switch to the railgun before he has a chance to kill me with it. And now all of a sudden I'm like, wait, I think I am hearing someone from behind. So I turn around and I'm like, yeah, fuck me, that's he's there. That's not good. So I came out here to heal up again. The reason is I'm railable at this point. And they're already coming from behind as well. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I can stay here. It's not gonna be safe. They're gonna swarm me and I'm gonna get railed, or I'm just gonna die some way. So I'm like, okay, I quickly kill this guy, and I'm like, railable, but there's a 50 bubble here, so if I pick that up, I'm no longer railable. And yes, I have to leave the railgun up now in order to get the 50 bubble, but I might as well just play it safe, you know, better safe than sorry. And unfortunately, yes, by the time I made it back to the railgun, someone picked it up, and you could hear that someone was shooting with it. I'm gonna go back and shut up for a sec so that you can hear it. Very important information to notice when you hear that. Now you could hear it. So I'm aware that someone has a railgun. I know it's not gonna be Bones, because he doesn't use it, he only uses machine gun basically, until he runs out of ammo. I just killed Keel and I killed Cadaver, and I can see Cadaver. So I'm like, oh fuck, it's either Swordlag or Major. And my assumption is that it's gonna be Major. So I'm not even showing myself to her. That's why I didn't go and check on the yellow armor yet. I'm just waiting for her to go away from this area. And I'm okay with her having fun on like some other side of the map where I'm not in danger. But yeah, I'm not risking it. And yeah, obviously, ideally, I don't want her to have it, not just because then she can kill me with it, but also I don't want her to get frags, because those are frags that I could be having. So eventually I would want to take it away from her, but not yet. So for now, I'm just killing whoever is here, taking the yellow. I can see that Swordlag was here with a shotgun, so I know by now for sure that Major has the railgun. And now I'm just trying to stay alive, waiting for quad. And lucky for me, quad is quite early. So even though I just railed the guy, I'm not finishing him off just yet, because it's more important for me to get the quad first. And eventually, yeah, I kill him, but now I have a quad. And now I killed Major as well. Luckily for me, she missed the shot. But even if she would have hit it, I wouldn't have died because I was stacked enough by this point. But this is the best case scenario. Early quad, I'm stacked enough, I have railgun, there's a dropped weapon, Major is dead, now I just need to get 10 more frags.
Impressive. Excellent. Impressive. Excellent.
So I'm just guarding the railgun basically. Somehow again Major missed the railgun shot. I'm very thankful for that. Here a little double kill. And you could see that there was someone behind me as well. Like right the moment I finish the map, a rail goes through me. But you know, once you finish the map, you are immortal. Like you cannot take damage, you cannot die anymore. So you will see that someone shot the rail through me. Like right now. There, but it doesn't matter anymore because I reached the frag limit, so I can't be killed anymore, so it's fine. And I wasn't railable anyway, but like still, it's quite funny how I was like a fraction of a second away from getting railed. Alright, map is done. And then on this map, I usually, like 99 out of 100, I restart the map and I start above at shotgun. But I was scared as fuck. So I played it safely. So I just waited for the bots to spawn in one by one instead. And I just took whatever spawn I got at the beginning. And here I'm trying to kill Sorlak fast. I leave the weapon there so that they pathfind towards it instead of trying to go for the rail. And then I take this elevator and I'm hoping to God that this guy that I killed, Sorlak, at the beginning, doesn't spawn at the railgun, because now I'm railable and I could die. So as fast as I can, I come up here to take the red armor so that I'm no longer railable. And now at this point, my next objective is to make my way up to the railgun. And I'm gonna use this elevator. I'm also trying to get frags at the same time. Doesn't really happen, but it's fine. And now I'm up here and I just took the railgun, which means this guy is not gonna pathfind towards it, so I can kill him. There was no way for me to let him take the railgun, because by the time I noticed that he's here, I already took it. So it's gonna take 5 seconds for it to respawn, and I don't want to be shot at for 5 seconds. And it's likely that he's not gonna be sticking around for 5 seconds anyway. He's gonna be like, oh, there's no railgun. Okay, time to jump off this platform. So instead, I just chose to kill him as fast as possible. And now I'm just trying to look for some frags, listening out for sound cues, seeing if anyone spawns behind me. Also, I'm looking at the timer because I know that in a few seconds the red armor is gonna spawn again and I wanna take it, especially I'm railable now. And yeah, they don't have a railgun just yet, but eventually they might be getting it. And even if they don't go for the railgun, like here I could have let him take the railgun, but I wanted to play it safe. I was way too nervous. I didn't want to throw away the run to some stupid mistake like letting them have the railgun and ending up getting railed. So now I'm just going for the red armor, trying to get some frags. I'm whiffing a few shots. Somehow the plasma fell through the elevator. That was weird. Like, look at this guy. He has a plasma. If he dies, he should drop the weapon on the elevator. And normally, it has collision. So the weapon would stay on the elevator and go up and down with the elevator. But this time, somehow, the weapon fell through it. Which was kind of weird. But I guess it can happen. And now, I'm like I said, I'm scared out of my mind at this point. Like, I'm so nervous. This pulse is not even showing the real, like, amount how nervous I am. And so I'm like, okay, there's a teleporter available. I am not gonna die to falling out of the map. I'm gonna take this teleporter. I don't care. I know it's not the fastest possible thing I can do here, but you know, I'm gonna play it safe. So I took it, and now I'm like, at this point, I'm still like so nervous that usually by this point I'm waiting for the quad, because it's like 53 seconds. Like the quad can spawn any second now, but I was so nervous that I just forgot to pay attention to it, and I was just trying to get frags because I'm still so far away from reaching the frag limit. And then now I realize, oh shit, it's past 1 minute, so the quad is definitely up. Might as well go for it. But at the same time, because I was so nervous and I didn't let them take the railgun, I couldn't pick up the railgun from them, which means I don't have extra ammunition for the weapon. And even if I hit all my 7 railgun shots, I'm not gonna reach the frag limit yet, even with quad. So it's like, I need to get the quad, I don't have enough railgun ammo, I'm nervous. But I'm going for the quad anyway. And now I'm railing the guy who has the railgun. And that one. And that one. You don't get to have the railgun. And now I'm going back because I'm like, okay, I still somehow have to make my way up to the railgun to have the weapon because I'm running out of ammo. So I have to come back here, even though normally I would just stay on the quad platform with enough railgun ammo to finish the map. But while I'm back here, I might as well pick up the red armor and then just play it safe, get a few frags on the way. And that guy is there for some reason. And now I'm just trying to get up here and get the weapon. And then there was that guy below me with the railgun and I'm just completely ignoring him. I don't want to have line of sight. I'm just focusing my attention on everyone else. And now Xaero. I always start here by the railgun on this map and I never restart. The reason of not restarting is because if I do, there's a chance he's gonna have the railgun before I get to the jump pad. And I'm gonna die. So in order not to do that, I don't restart the map. So by the time he spawns in, I'm already flying across the map. And the reason of me doing that, flying across the map, is because I want to get to the BFG. Because it's going to be faster to do BFG to railgun kills on him compared to just railgun twice. It is a risky tactic, but it's definitely worth doing it. And it's actually not as difficult. It's quite difficult, but it's not as difficult as you would think. Xaero is very likely going to miss the railgun shot on you while you're going midair. And the only possible reason that you can, like, the only way you can fuck up on this map basically is if you don't kill him. If he's alive while you are on this platform, he's gonna shoot the button and squish you and you will die. So that can happen. But if you kill him and he's dead while you are taking the BFG, you're safe. So that's why when I take this jump pad, I quickly weaken him so that he's railable. And I'm praying to God I'm not missing this shot. Like, this shot is really fucking difficult to hit, especially if you have this pulse and that many people watching you. And you're like, I don't want to fail. So yeah, this shot is really hard. I'm gonna play it out full speed in a sec. But basically, if you manage to kill him here now, by the time he respawns, you can quickly snatch the BFG from the platform and focus your attention on the other side. Because you killed him on this side, now he spawns on this other side. It's always gonna alternate in between, unless his corpse flies out of the map. In those occasions, he can spawn on the same side multiple times. But the point is, I killed him on that side, he's gonna spawn here now. But I have the BFG. So I'm just waiting for him to spawn in and see which spawn he takes. Because there's a spawn next to the railgun, there's a spawn here, there's a spawn in this corner, and where he spawned now. And if he spawns in these two locations, then that's fairly safe for you. Of course he has machine gun and he's gonna hit you hard, but you're gonna kill him quite quickly with the BFG. The only problem is if when he spawns next to the railgun, because you need to be prepared, because there's a chance he's gonna take it and you're railable. So just, have your crosshair somewhere here and make sure that if he spawns here, you can kill him before he gets to shoot at you with railgun. But he spawned here, so I'm fine for now. I'm just gonna try to spam him down. And because I killed him on this side, I know he's gonna spawn on the other side. And so I'm preparing to spawn frag him. And the way I do it is to spam the BFG to where I think he's gonna go after spawning in, and then switch to the railgun. The BFG is gonna do enough damage so that he's railable, and then I can finish him off with the railgun. But he spawned somewhere else compared to where I was spamming, and now I'm like scared shitless basically, because I'm like, oh fuck, he's gonna have the railgun, I'm railable, it's Xaero, no. But I didn't get railed. again, I use the tactics similar to against Stranger, against Sarge, on DM11. You know, they cannot see you. Like, this gap for them doesn't exist. They just see a solid wall. So basically I am shooting through solid wall on their end. So I can use the corners of these pillars to safely kill him before he rails me. And then I'm just trying to spawn frag him again, but I messed up again. So I'm just using this pillar, and I'm hoping to dear God that I'm not gonna get railed by him. And whenever he spawns on this side, I just quickly kill him with the BFG basically.
Excellent.
That time it worked out perfectly. He died to the BFG spam. And I hit the railgun shot as well. Sometimes the BFG explodes and then you hit the rail. Other times, by the time the BFG shot arrives there, you already hit the rail on him. So sometimes you kill him with BFG, other times you kill him with the railgun. Now I'm just waiting for killing him. Also, important note on this map, there are 2 bubbles here that you can pick up if you need to. Because yeah, you ideally never want to let him have the railgun, and even if you're at 100 health, you're still gonna be railable, but his machine gun is still deadly. Same as Major's basically. So just pick up these health bubbles if you need to, so that you don't die to his machine gun. And also, behind you here, I don't know if it's gonna be visible, but basically where I'm standing, if I step back like 2 steps, I'm gonna pick up a BFG ammo box. That's why all of a sudden from 2 BFG ammo, I have now 17. So just pay attention not to run out of ammo. And here I again messed up, and I let him have the railgun. He somehow jumped over the BFG spam, and I was too scared to fire a railgun at him. So I'm just trying to use the pillar to be safe. Sometimes even this doesn't work and I still get railed, I don't know. There are times when it's safe. Lucky for me, it was safe this time. And because he jumped across the map, and I killed him on this side after all, even though he spawned on the other side, he's gonna spawn on the other side again, because he died on my side. And the only thing that determines where he's gonna spawn next is where he died. More precisely, where his corpse landed. If his corpse lands on my side, he spawns on the other side. If his corpse lands on the other side when he dies, he's gonna spawn on my side. If I fight him on my side and his corpse flies off the platform and ends up going to the void, there is a chance that he spawns on my side again. It's like 50-50. So now I ran out of railgun ammo, so I quickly came out here. I don't even know why, because I killed him on that side, so he's gonna spawn on my side, and I have BFG. So I don't know why I picked up the railgun now, but I did because I noticed that I'm out of ammo. Somehow I even got like surprised that he spawned on my side. I don't know why I wasn't aware of that. Whatever, point is, he died, I reached the frag limit, I completed the campaign. And I did sub 30, finally! After 5,976 tries. And at this point, I was both very happy. I was also very done. And honestly, at the back of my mind, I'm like, stupid DM12. And I also lost quite a lot of time against Xaero. I know with the timer it doesn't really show, it's like as if I only lost 2 seconds, but that's only because the previous world record time against Xaero was also really bad. But like this could have been so much better. So I'm like both happy that I did sub 30, but I'm also kind of sad that because I know it could have been so much better. But at the same time, I'm just glad that it's finally over. Because it's been hard, it's been tough, it's been such a grind. And it's the hardest thing I've ever done. But yes, we made it. So GG's. And now you know. Now you know how to speedrun this game. Now you know what goes on behind the scenes in my little head, through my little mind. Like what I'm thinking about, what I'm taking into consideration, what I need to be on the lookout for, what are the things that can happen in this game, how you can make the most of situations, how to position yourself, what to go for on a certain map, which weapons to use, how to efficiently kill them, how to avoid getting killed, you know. So now you know. And now I'm done. So win-win. Yes, so now you can beat my record easily. Exactly. Now you know all my secrets, so you just need to do it exactly the same, but a little bit better.